What? Frugal Diva. Southern Charities Bakery. Yes! Today is Thursday, not Friday. It's not time for another Frugal Diva rant. It is Thursday, and I want to review this new show called Catch on ABC. As you see, I do not have on any wig. I have my hair out. This is my real hair here. This is my real hair. And yes, I felt like I'm going to give you some realness today because I'm loving this show. Oh my gosh, it's some realness. I am loving this show. So I had to do a review. I don't normally do reviews, but I had to do a review. And I'm going to start doing reviews on this show. I said that I wanted to do that in the past. I never said it to y'all, but I knew for myself that I wanted to start doing reviews of shows. But there's certain shows, of course, I can't do reviews of because the simple fact of the matter that I don't watch them. I just watch it through other different little networks or whatever, get the bits and pieces of it. But I don't actually watch them. You know, like what is that? Housewives of Atlanta and that what is that? Hip hop, Loving Hip Hop and stuff like that. I don't watch that stuff. Whatever. Anyway. So let me just do this review. Oh, like us on Facebook, Southern Charities Bakery. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Okay. Instagram. Okay. I am going to leave those links. Anyway, so let's get into the review. Yes, Catches. Ooh, good golly, Catches just doing it for me. But anyway, Catch. Now, it starts out with the character Christopher Hall. He is one of the masterminds on the bad guy side, and he is going to try to get information. He's trying to get information so they could wipe out millions. They could wipe out millions and millions of dollars, or whatever the case may be. What it is, oh my gosh, my review is going to be horrible because like this is my first time doing a review. Anyway, so then they have a security firm, Valerie and Alex are the proprietors of the security firm. They have another guy at the security firm named Danny. Now, Alex is important to this because the simple fact of the matter that Christopher, also known as Mr. X, has wined and dined Allie, and she's actually the mark. You know, in scam terminology, she was the mark. But he had bigger fish to fry. As I go on, you'll understand what I'm saying. But anyway, she was the mark. She was the initial mark for Christopher Hall, which of course is not his real name. And then also they have named him Mr. X. Now they were trying to figure out who Mr. X was. They're trying to figure out who Mr. X was. They didn't know who Mr. X was. They did not know that Christopher Hall, who came up to them, talked to them, had a little lollygaggy, hee ha ha with them, and befriended Allison, became her lover, or how the case may be, in 2.5 seconds, and she messed around and turned him over $1.4 million. She was supposed to be getting some new real estate. Instead of giving it to the real estate man, she gave it to Mr. Christopher here because she just was like infatuated with him. And the sad thing about it is, like I said, they have a security firm. So what they do is they check people. They check people's background. They check all kinds of stuff. The ins and outs. They have the information to be able to check the ins and outs. But however, they normally do that for clients because he came in acting as if he was going to be a client, and he decided he wanted to go to another firm, so there was no conflict of interest, or how the case may be. She didn't actually do the background check on him. Had she done that, then there, of course, wouldn't be a show. But in any case, so she didn't do the background check on him, so this is how he was able to get her. So in any case, in the beginning, he basically wined and dined her. He didn't ask for anything. He let her think that she was that she was giving into him of her own free will, which of course is not the case with scam artists. They want whatever it is that they want from you, and when they when they want whatever it is that they want from you, they act as if they're giving you, but in all actuality, they're giving you a little so that they can take a lot. That's exactly that's exactly how that goes when it goes with the scam artist mentality, or how the case may be. Well, anyway, so finally, halfway through the show, Alex he has moved out of his apartment. He's moved out of that apartment, whatever the case may be. Alex comes. She's amazed. She's shocked. She's like, "Oh my gosh, where is he? All this stuff is going." She runs over to his big old office that he has, and there's nothing in the office. The whole big office is completely clear. Everything is gone. And she finds out, she's talking on the phone with Valerie about this, and she finds out that everything is gone, so she knows that she has been had. She has been got. She got. So that's where that went. So in any case, and now she has to try to find out how did she get got. She's very upset. She's very distraught, for the simple fact, like I said, she works for a security firm. This is what they do. They find out people's information to make sure that everything is on the up and up. Now they have a client. His name is Seth Hamilton, and he's like one of those big tech. He's one of those big tech guys who's got millions and millions and millions of dollars, like billions of dollars, whatever the case may be. And I'm glad that they named him Seth. His first name is Seth, because from a side view, he looks like a Seth. I was trying to look for the information. I thought it was Seth Rogen, but it's not Seth Rogen. Then I looked at Seth MacFarlane. It's not Seth MacFarlane. It's Seth Green. From a side view, he reminds me of Seth Green. So they actually characterized him. They actually gave him a great character name because he reminds me of a Seth Green. But anyway, so so now she's trying to, Valerie and Danny and all of them are trying to figure out how did they get the information. They found out that Christopher has hacked into their security system, has taken all of their information, changed their passwords. He's now got all of their clientele, and these are billion dollar clients that they have. So he's taken all of their information. I mean, from the window to the wall, Christopher has taken it all. I mean, all. Okay? So he has taken everything, including her $1.4 million. Okay? He's taken it all. So they go and they try to get into their security system. They find out that they've been hacked. They find out they don't have anything. They have taken everything. Now, Christopher is working with another lady. Her name is Marvel or Marva or something of that nature. Next week I'll have her name right. But anyway, he's working with her, and then it's another guy that he's working with, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But anyway, it's a third guy that they're working with, and Marva is, I guess, Christopher's real love interest, but I don't think he's really feeling Marva. As I go on, you'll know I don't think he's really feeling Marva. I think he's kind of feeling this girl, Alex, that he got her, and but he's feeling Alex now. Alex, as she was going through and she's doing the flashbacks and stuff like that, finding out that they don't have no information on this man. She even thought, okay, I have pictures of him. She looked at all the pictures. There's not one correct picture where you can actually see his full. Why is everybody calling and texting it? Anyway, so there's not one complete picture where you can see his whole there's not one complete picture where you can see his whole face. Every picture, he's like sideways, upways, this way, that way, going like this, halfway, whatever. I mean, he's just doing everything because he knows exactly what he's doing. He left no trace at all. And also, I wanted to tell you that when they went to go and find out, like he was doing, they did the little drop or whatever the case may be, some information, how the case may be, they were trying to find out. At this time, they was trying to find out Mr. X. At this time, she didn't even know that she had got yet. So anyway, they're trying to find out Mr. X. He literally came in knew that they was trying to find out who Mr. X was. That's her team, because that's what they do. They private investigators and stuff like that. That's what they do. So he knew that they was trying to find him. I mean, he did some old flim-flammy thing with a dog or whatever the case may be, and they lost sight of their operative, or whatever the heck word did you call it. They lost sight of the other guy. He did the switched up his he came in with a suit and tie and jacket or whatever the case may be. Switched up his clothes. Moved on with a cat. Literally walked right by her. Literally walked right by her. And she turned one way. He walked, turned back and looked. She was looking the other way. Okay? Literally, he walked right by her. She was looking the other way and he turned back. Then she turned around and she said, you know, they lost him. I mean, he literally walked right by her. And she didn't even see him. Anyway, so, yeah, because he's that doggone good. So in any case, they found out that he was trying. What the real thing was, he wasn't really trying to. She wasn't really the real Mark. The real Mark is supposed to be the guy that I told you about, Seth Hamilton, with the billions of dollars, the big tech guy, one of their big clients. He was the real. He's supposed to have been the real Mark. So what he did was, reason why he went to get all the information, because he wanted to find someone who he can impersonate. That the guy Seth had never seen before, that he can impersonate, and he did that. He impersonated a doctor named Dr. Merrick, or whatever the case may be. So he introduced himself to Seth, went on talking. Seth thinking he's Dr. Maverick or whatever his name is. He's talking to him. They went on the beach. Seth showed him this new technical, whatever the case may be, which turns ocean water into into regular H2O, non-salted H2O water, the chemical. They did some type of chemical, whatever. Then Seth said he wanted to show him the specs, which was on like a flash drive. Somebody came out, told Seth he had to go and do his little presentation, how the case may be. He helped Seth put his shoes on, and he stole the flash drive. Right on from Seth. So he stole the flash drive from Seth. I'm like, no, he didn't steal the flash drive. Oh my goodness, he got the stuff. Oh man, I'm mad about it. So then, Seth is doing a little to talk, how the case may be. Then they come and Seth is doing a talk, and then they come and they're listening to Seth do the talk. Then Alex and Valerie and Dan and all the people, they show up. He sees them. They see him. He's like looking all gazingly into Alec Vaughn was that, I think her name is Alec Vaughn. He's looking all gazingly into her eyes. Now the other guy, who I can't remember his name, that actually works with him, he was a butler at the thing. He already had the flat that he already passed the flash drive off to him. So the butler turned off the lights, how the case may be, so they could make a getaway. They got away. So now they get back to where their home turf is, and they see Marva, whatever her name is. They see her. They sit there. They take the flash drive. They put the information inside of the into their computer so they could get this information. They go and they put that sucker inside their flash drive. Guess what? They already knew, like I said, they already, Valerie and Alex and Dan and all of them, they already knew they was going to do that. So what they did was, they put a little thing on the code or whatever the case may be, so they was able to get their money back. Not only was they able to get their money back, because they put that information into the, onto the drive once they plug it into their thing, not only was they able to get their money back, they was also able to get back, I mean, they also wiped them completely out. Their offshore accounts, everything, they wiped them out! So now, this is the catch. So now, I guess they're going back and forth, tit for tat, back and forth. Let me quickly tell you about, there's an FBI agent. I'm going to call him Soup Cooler. I think his name is Agent Doe or Dow, whatever the case may be. I'm calling him Soup Cooler because he got some Soup Cooler lips. Woo, baby. Good gosh. But anyway, Frugal Diva, I am out. The Catch, you must watch it because it is good. Frugal Diva, like us, subscribe, comment. Yes!